2 years have passed since the end of the War of the Lands, a war that devastated much of the land of Kryn. In that time, relative peace, rebuilding of cities and recovery of mental and physical wounds has spread, enabling the people of this world to begin reclaiming what they can of their lives. The heroes of the war, the companions, have also been focused on rebuilding, scattering to their various homelands to discover what their lives will become after surviving the war that irrevocably changed each of their lives. However, events are brewing that promise to bring the companions together once more. Events that could threaten not only their lives, but the well-being of all of Kryn once more. The legend of the Dragonlance continue. It had been barely 2 years since the end of the War of the Lands, when a group of stalwart companions had led the fight against the dragon armies and defeated Tarkis's Queen of Darkness. But in the port city of Palanthas, it felt more like a lifetime. The streets bustled with activity, and ships filled the harbor, bringing goods from across Kryn. From the chaos of the war, Palanthas had been reborn, beautiful and gleaming. Yet all was not quite as perfect as it seemed. The Tower of High Sorcery was a black mark on the city, one its people did their best to ignore, though on occasion some did wonder which was more evil, the cursed building or the dark wizard living within. Greetings, revered daughter of Paladine.
Greetings, Astinus. I must thank you for giving up your valuable time to act as a neutral party in this meeting.
As long as it is not wasted time, I don't mind. However, I must admit I resent this waiting.
You don't believe he will come?
He entered the tower in the dead of night more than 2 years ago, and hasn't left since. Yet you expect him here.
I know he will come. Paladine has spoken to me. In a dream, the Platinum Dragon appeared before me, and told me that evil has returned in the person of this black-robed wizard. We face dire peril, and it has been given to me to prevent it. This will be the test of my faith I have prayed for.
This evil man, as you call him, revered daughter, serves a goddess as powerful as Paladine, Tarkis's Queen of Darkness. Or perhaps I should not say serves, not of him. Master Astinus, a visitor has arrived. The mage Raceland Magier. Greetings again, Deathless One. And to you, old friend, Raceland, may I present Chrysania of the House of Terenius. Greetings, revered daughter of Paladine. Chrysania knew Raceland's story. Knew that the mage's test he'd taken had left his body shattered, his skin tinged gold, and his pupils hourglass-shaped, forcing the mage to see death wherever he looked. Yet still, the sight of him took her breath away. Are you well, cleric?
I don't believe we need to exchange meaningless pleasantries. We're keeping Astinus from his work after all.
I could not agree more. I have come in response to your request. What is it you want of me?
I have come to warn you, Raceland Magier, that your evil designs are known to Paladine. Beware or he will destroy you.
How? Lightning bolts, flood and fire? Perhaps another fiery mountain.
Paladine's ways are not to be mocked. He came to me in a dream.
Ha 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 ha.
Very well. I have done my best to divert you from this course. I have given you fair warning. Your destruction is now in the hands of the gods.
But aren't we all beloved of the gods, revered daughter? Isn't that what the discs of Mishakal teach us?
I am pleased to find that you have read these sacred discs, though you obviously haven't learned from them. Do you not recall what it said in the... Blessed Paladine, heal this man.
Don't waste your prayers on me, revered daughter. There is no cure for this malady. This is the price I paid for my magic.
I don't understand.
Don't you? What was the sacrifice you made for your power? I must go. These spasms weaken me. I need rest.
Certainly, I thank you for coming.
But our business is not concluded. I would like a chance to prove to you that these fears of your god are unfounded. Come visit me in the tower. There you will see me among my books and understand my studies. When you do, your mind will be put at ease. As it teaches in the discs, we fear only that which is unknown.
I accept your invitation.
You are brave, revered daughter.
What are you?
I am simply giving you a charm that will allow you to pass through Shuriken Grove. The way will not be easy, but undoubtedly your faith will sustain you. Farewell, revered daughter. If you truly do not fear knowledge, then come to the tower, 2 nights from this night.
I will be there. Oh, thank you, Paladine. I accept your challenge. I will not fail you.
Once Solace had been a wonder of Kryn, a village in the trees with every home built onto the boughs of a towering Valenwood. But then the dragons had come and set it all ablaze. Now the people of Solace worked to rebuild what they'd lost. Though one well-known establishment remained, the Inn of the Last Home.
Rev, stop that. We clean up spills with a rag.
Oh me, not need that. Spill tastes good.
Just go wipe off that big table near the fire pit. I'm expecting friends.
Oi, Tika, where's Caramon?
He's at home.
After the sun's gone down? Not likely. 2 years ago, 3 this autumn, had it really only been that long? Tannis had met Flint Fireforge here before it had all begun. A meeting that had set in motion events that had shaken the world, culminating in the War of the Lands, the battle that cast the Queen of Darkness back into the abyss and broke the might of the Dragon High Lords. Tannis was a hero now. Some even compared he and his fellow companions to the great Huma. But Tannis didn't feel like a hero. He'd lost too much during those dark times. Too many friends.
We must go, half-elf.
I'm coming, revered daughter. The inn of the last home was crowded that night. Solace had become a waypoint for traders traveling to nearby city of Haven. And the fact that the inn featured prominently in the story of the War of the Lands made it a popular watering hole. Still, when the big barbarian entered, the patrons went silent. It wasn't often they saw a real live hero of the lands.
Riverwind.
Tika, you look well.
Thank you. And how are Goldmoon and your son?
She sends her love, and my son is but 2, yet already sits a horse better than most warriors. Is Caramon here?
He's around somewhere. Sit, I'll check on your room. Let him go away, please.
Good evening, sirs. Food and water for the mounts. I sent word ahead that I was to have a fresh horse waiting for me here. My name is Tanis Half-Elven. Yes, sir. You must be made of iron. Do you really intend to ride further tonight? I don't have a choice. I need to be in Qualanesti the day after tomorrow. My relations with my brother-in-law are not such that I can afford to offend him by missing the speaker of the son's funeral. Besides, I miss Lorana, my wife. My brother! It's been too long. Where's that big lummox of a husband of yours, Tika? Where's Car?
I've prepared a table for you and your guest.
Ah yes, may I present Chrysania of Terenius, revered daughter of Paladine. Lady Chrysania Riverwind, chieftain of the Plainsmen, and Tika Wayland Majer.
A holy cleric, it's an honor. I am honored to meet two whose deeds of courage shine as an example to us all. Thank you. Now you must be famished. Let me get you something to eat.
How are things along the elves, Tanis? Not good. Alliances between elves and humans that were strong when times were dark are beginning to melt in the sun. Lorana is in Qualanesti attending the funeral of her father and trying to arrange an agreement between her brother Parthios and the Knights of Solamnia. It isn't going well. The only ray of hope we have is Porthio's wife, Alhana Starbreeze. She supports the humans to her intolerant husband. A strange marriage. Certainly not one of love. Alhana's heart was buried with stern. Elistan asked me to escort Chrysania to the Tower of High Sorcery in Wayreth Forest, but I can't make the journey. I'd hoped you and Caramon might be able to take her. I wish I could. The tribes stand united for now, but it's a tenuous peace. Malcontents work behind my back. Every minute I'm away gives them a chance to stir up old blood feuds. Caramon will guide you then, reverend daughter. He's worth 3 of us ordinary mortals, right, Riverwind? He can eat as much as 3 ordinary mortals, certainly, and he's as strong as 3 or more. Do you remember the time he killed those 2 draconians by bashing their heads together? Or in Flotsam when he...
You have to go.
What? Tika, what in the name of the Abyss is going on?
Just leave, please.
What is this? A party and nobody invited her old invited me. Caramon? Tanis, my friend. My... The inn's closed for tonight, but everyone please clear out.
That poor man, perhaps There's nothing you can do for him. He doesn't need healing, he is drunk.
Here, Riverwind, help me get him up.
Don't bother, he spent enough nights on the barroom floor. Another won't matter. I wanted to tell you, I really did. But I thought when I told him you were coming, he got so excited. I thought he might change, I'm sorry.
When did this start?
About 6 months after we got back. He was so happy at first. The village was in ruins and the people welcomed him as a hero. People needed him. He worked day and night cutting trees and hauling lumber. That first year was truly good to us. Truly good. About a year ago, Caramon changed. The town was mostly rebuilt. I'd taken over running the inn and no one needed him anymore. He tried hiring out as a bodyguard for a while, but eventually he gave up. Now he spends his time sleeping, eating, and drinking. We haven't shared the same bed in months. And those rumors.
What rumors?
Dark rumors about Raistlin. Caramon wrote him, Tanis. Begged Raistlin to come and live with us, to turn his back on the darkness. The letter came back unopened, and on the outside was written, I have no brother. This is Raistlin Magir's twin? Impossible. Raistlin is sensitive. He exerts such strong control over himself. He's a perfectionist. Well, this pathetic wretch.
Your sensitive perfectionist had a hand in making this man a pathetic wretch, revered daughter.
Perhaps it was the other way around. Perhaps it was for lack of love that Raistlin turned from the light.
You don't know Raistlin.
You're wrong, half-elf.
Tanis, the stable boy says your horse is ready. Damn, I have to go. I can't escort you to the tower, Chrysania, nor can Riverwind or Caramon. Your journey's failed.
I don't need an escort. I'm in Paladine's hands. No evil can harm me. I'll simply wait for your Kender friend and then set off.
It doesn't matter if Parcelion could have destroyed Raistlin. You would have done it long ago.
Destroy? I don't seek his destruction. I seek to reclaim him.
What?
Now I must rest. My rooms? Third door on the left.
Reclaim Raistlin? Gods forgive me for speaking ill of one of their chosen, but she's mad.
No, Lady Chrysania is not mad. She's in love.
The next morning, Caramon woke to the sound of an army of dwarves marching around the bedroom. Ugh. Get away, you dwarves, get away! That's better. Morning. Alright, you're mad. What did I do now?
You don't remember?
I had business to attend to last night.
Yes, we saw your business. The business made you pass out right at Tanis's feet.
Tanis.
You made quite a spectacle of yourself in front of the entire town. And our best friends. What now?
Why? Why Tanis of all of them? Is she here?
Who?
The cleric.
Lady Chrysania?
She's not in her room. Her things aren't there either. The stable boy said she came this morning, saddled her horse, and left. I thought...
She's gone off by herself? Of course she would. You're going after her. You're going after her if I have to hold you out of here in a wheelbarrow.
After who? Tazilov had to admit it was a beautiful home. even if it was missing a roof, a few walls, and a few other minor things. Indeed, only one part of the house looked finished, the weathered mark above its door marking it as a wizard's residence. The man who gave us direction must have been wrong. Caramon and Tika can't be living here. I'll investigate. You wait out here.
Okay.
That's enough, Tika. I'm sorry, Tika. I didn't mean all those things I said. You know that I love you. It's just, I don't know what to do.
I just told you Lady Chrysania is in danger. You've got to go get her.
Wow, this looks like fun. Can I play? Why are we throwing Caramon's armor at him?
Tasselhoff barefoot? What are you doing here?
I'm supposed to meet Lady Chrysania. Didn't Tanis tell you? I went on a quest for her and found Boo Boo, the gully dwarf from Zaxaroth. She's a queen now or something. Still smells pretty bad though. Alright, who's this Lady Chrysania and why should I give a damn whether she's in danger or not?
Lady Chrysania is a powerful cleric. She was warned that Raceland's evil could destroy the world, and she's going to the Tower of High Sorcery in Wayreth to talk to Persalian and
to get him to destroy Raist. Isn't that it?
No, Caramon. She's just as big a fool as you are. She loves your brother. She wants to save him, to turn him from evil.
Truly.
Yes, that's why she came here to see you. She thought you might be able to help. A woman, a stranger, wants to help Raist, and risks her life to do it. She'll never reach the tower alone, you know that. You've been through the forest of Wayreth.
A horrible place. I went there with Raist to take his test. I guarded him. He needed me then.
And Lady Chrysania needs you now. You don't have much time to catch up with her. Do you know the way?
I do, or that is, I have a map. The last time we followed one of your maps, it led us to a seaport with no sea. You have to take me with you. Lady Chrysania made me swear to Paladine I'd complete my quest. And you know that Fizzband, Paladine and I are close, personal friends. All right, let's go. Shortly. I look like a fool.
Him look just like my highbald fudge, I'm
not going. This was a stupid idea anyway.
No, you're not coming back to my house, Caramon, until you come back one whole person.
You're not making any sense. Get out of my way, Tika.
Listen to me, Caramon. You offered to follow Raceland into darkness once. Do you remember? He refused, saying it would be your death. But you have followed him, and you're dying by inches. Raceland himself told you to walk your own path, and let him walk his. But you're trying to walk both paths. Half of you is living in darkness, and the other half is trying to drink away the pain and horror you see there. You're not coming back to me as a husband or even a friend, until you come back at peace with yourself. Goodbye, Caramon.
While the defeat of their Dark Queen had been a blow to the Dragon High Lords, it had not destroyed them. Indeed, Kitiara's Blue Dragon army remained largely intact, camped in nearby Sanction, well within striking distance of Balanthus. Still, Kidiara had bigger plans than the conquest of one city. Plans she wasn't quite powerful enough to enact alone. But then, that's what family's for. Welcome, my sister. You're the second visitor who has braved Shoikan Grove to visit me in as many weeks.
Second?
The first was a cleric of Paladine. And greetings to you as well, Lord Soth, Knight of the Black Rose. Your magic is strong.
I can kill with a single word. I rule a squadron of skeletal warriors, and ordinary magic spells crumble in my presence. But I bow in the presence of a master.
A cleric of Paladine. You're going through with it then?
Of course. Lady Chrysania travels to Wayreth even now.
This plan of yours is crazy. A waste of time. With your help, we could rule all Ansalon. The world.
I don't give a damn about the world, sister. I could rule it tomorrow if I wanted. I don't.
Then that leaves only...
Now you see the importance of the revered daughter of Paladine. A noble, pure soul, yet one so easily manipulated.
Very well then. I must get back. You'll contact me upon your return.
If I'm successful, you'll know.
Farewell then, my brother. We could have done so much together, you and I.
Farewell, Kidiara.
He must be stopped. The cleric is the key to his plan. Remove her and we thwart him. Many have died trying to enter the forest of Wayreth, after all. When Raistlin was small, I taught him that to refuse to do my bidding meant a whipping. It seems he must learn that lesson again.
After standing a few hours sitting in the porch and waiting for Tika to open the door, which she never did, Caramon, Tass, and Bubu set off down the road leading away from Solace. A journey that involved stops at practically every tavern they came across. Caramon claimed pubs were the best place to gather information, but his information gathering usually involved lots of drinking and no talking, which meant Tass had to ask around himself. Unfortunately, people rarely spoke to Kender voluntarily. Still, Tassel found if he asked enough times, a person would answer just to get him to go away. And after 3 miles and 5 taverns, finally had some luck. I seen your cleric. She was wandering around out in the forest. We told her there's goblins about, but she didn't care. Said Paladine was protecting her. Looked crazy to me. Yeah, that sounds like her. Chrysania's day had been a productive one. She had made good time, found a quiet place to camp, and hadn't seen a single goblin. Further proof to the revered daughter that her journey was blessed.
Great Paladine, thank you for this bounty.
This way. How do you know? The man at the tavern told me. What man? What tavern? There, see? Told you I'd find her. Find who? Lady Chrysania, we've come to rescue you.
You'll forgive me if I'm not wildly grateful.
I know, I'm sorry. Everything's kind of a mess.
It's fine, as long as you weren't followed.
Need a drink. Followed? Who'd follow us? Caramon, look out! Draconians!
Kill the cleric!
Stay away from her!
Ah!
Wake up, Caramon, we need you.
Hold.
Lord Soth.
Paladine, save me.
Foolish girl. Die.
No! Oh no.
Is she dead? No, my brother. Paladine wouldn't let one of his chosen be killed so easily. He's taken her soul into his divine protection, but it can be restored. Still, I suppose I should at least give her the appearance of life, so you don't bury the poor girl.
Caramon, she's breathing.
Come, Dalamar. It is time for us to talk.
Yes, Shalafi.
Shalafi was Elven Vormaster, a fitting title for Raistlin Majere, Master of Past and Present. Dalamar had been in the mage's service for only a short time, but each day the scope of the man's power and knowledge amazed him. It was a dangerous job, so dangerous that when they had deemed it necessary to plant a spy inside the tower that asked for volunteers, none wished to take the responsibility for commanding anyone to accept this deadly assignment. Dalamar had stepped forward immediately. Originally from Silvernesti, Dalamar neither claimed nor was claimed by that noble race of elves. When he'd taken the black robes, he'd become an outcast, a dark elf. Dalamar had pledged to risk his soul for the chance to study with Raistlin Majere, the most powerful of his order. You may very well be doing just that, a sad voice had answered him. Sit. Tomorrow my brother and Lady Cressania will arrive at the Tower of Wayreth.
But how? They are far from Wayreth Forest.
True, my apprentice, but one does not find Wayreth Forest. Wayreth Forest finds you. You were very young when you took your test, Dalamar.
Not so young as you, Shalafi. I'm in my 90s, which figures to be 25 of your human years.
Yet you are brave. You have stood beside me as I dragged dark things from other planes of existence, knowing that one false breath would mean eternal torment for us both.
It was my privilege.
And you knew, didn't you, that if such an event occurred, I would save myself, but not you?
Of course, Shalafi. I would sacrifice anything for the sake of magic.
For magic and for power. But to what end? What do you want, my apprentice? To rule a kingdom? To take revenge on your kinsmen? Or do you wish an alliance with some dark lord? My sister, perhaps? You see, I have come close. I have discovered the heights of your ambition. Have you never guessed at mine? I've often wondered. You have so much power. All these lands, all Ansalon could be yours. The world could be mine, but I care nothing for that. My ambition goes further. That door, do you know where it leads?
Yes, Shalafi.
And do you know why it is not opened?
You can't open it, not alone. Only one of great, powerful magic and one of truly holy powers made together open.
And now you see why I've taken such an interest in Lady Chrysania.
But that's madness.
It is madness. With my limited abilities, that is why I'm about to undertake a journey. I shall travel back in time, back to the days just prior to the cataclysm, when Fistandilius, the greatest mage to ever walk Krynn, was at the height of his power. And there I will make his power my own.
But how?
That's enough for tonight. You must make your journey and be back before I leave. There will undoubtedly be some last-minute instructions from your masters.
You are my master, Shalafi?
But not your only one. Relay to them accurately what I have told you, and what you may have guessed, and give the great Arsalian my regards, apprentice. The next morning.
Caramon, wake up!
What's wrong? Is it Chrysania?
No, she wasn't moved. It's the trees.
The trees? This is the forest of Wayreth.
That's impossible. My map said we wouldn't get to the forest for weeks.
We didn't. It came to us, like when I was here with Raced.
Ooh. Look, wizards.
Who are you?
Who cares who they are? They'll be able to help Chrysania. Come on, Caramon, it's like they're inviting us.
I don't trust them. They will not bother us, brother. We've been invited. The words, Raceland's words, spoken 7 years ago, echoed in Caramon's mind.
We don't have a choice. Hurry.
You don't trust mages, brother. Raceland's amused voice filled Caramon's head. Does that include me? Next, Istar.